County Commissioners regularly scheduled meeting. It's Tuesday, March 11th, 2025. It's 10 a.m. Roll call, please.
Atchison.
Present.
Jim Marlowe. Jim Razor.
Present.
All right, gentlemen, on the consent agenda today. Oh, I'm sorry, this time it's right.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will, but I would like to say first, it's actually fun to hear a bunch of veterans say play. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful day. Lord, you provide us with blessings each and every day, and we're so thankful. We're blessed for all those that are in attendance today. We ask that you be with all of us, offer the guidance we need so that we all know we're doing the right thing. I ask for your protection for all of our first responders locally across the country and for our armed forces, our men and women who are scattered all over our globe, keeping us safe so that we may live here in the greatest nation. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Just about stood. I pledge in prayer. Sorry about that, everybody. Anxious to get ready for the business. All right. On the consent agenda, guys, did you have the opportunity to read reports? Would you know any changes, comments? Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Atchison.
Yeah.
Jim Marlowe.
Yeah.
Jim Razor.
George, let's move down to the highway department.
Yes.
You've got some resolutions for us.
Yes.
First one, we have the resolution authorize me to approve or to get into an agreement with CMS for salt next year. CMS is Central Management System. They save us approximately $20 a ton on salt. The only stipulation is you have to tell them how much you need, and then you can buy 80 to 120% of that. So after this year, I think making room for salt. Sure.
You have any idea how much salt we did use?
You know, not off the top of my head, Robbie, do you know? You're good.
I do not. I paid them. I don't know exactly. I know.
I can certainly find.
But this will top us off.
This will top us back off. Yes, sir.
Okay.
How many tons do you think you purchased approximately?
You know, there again, I'm not 100% sure. Approximately, I know that we need 500 tons, but whether it's 800 or 500, not exactly sure. But I know for sure. I know for sure we need 500.
Price. Go ahead. Jim.
Yeah.
I was gonna say prices off that kind of skyrocket.
Yeah, they really did.
Down any of them.
Yeah, they have. They've come down a little bit. We got it for 80 just 2 years ago, $80 a ton, and it was up around 120. Of course, during demand, supply was high. But we foresee getting it for under $100.
But you still have any grit left to mix it?
Yes, sir. We absolutely do. Yeah,
So we're still mixing.
we're still mixing.
Travis was concerned about that last year.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that turkey grit does well, but it doesn't leave the pavement real fast like the old cinders did. It'll stick around and got room at all. 600-mile pavement. That's
That's
hard
a lot of
to do.
grooming.
Yes, sir. A lot of grooming. Yeah, that's right.
So you need us to approve this resolution.
Yes, please.
Is there a motion to approve this resolution?
So moved. I approve. Second. Motion to approve resolution number 25-11-45. Resolution to authorize county engineer to approve agreements with CMS under the food salt.
Second. Roll call, please.
Jim Atchison.
Yeah.
Jim Marlowe.
Yeah.
Jim Razor.
Hey, George, looks like you need some new wheels.
Yes, sir. That our SUV for the office is on about a 5-year rotation, and we're getting to the point where we got to that point. And so we had a letting through about a month ago, and the big three bid for Ford, Chevy, and Dodge, and Ford had the best deals.
All three were Williamson County?
All three Williamson
dealerships?
County, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, of course, that was countywide, but the three in Marion are the ones that did,
Okay.
but yes,
So but we advertised.
advertised county,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah, this is a considerable savings or a considerable difference, depending on how you look at it.
Yes,
If we compare light vehicles,
yeah, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is very, I was quite surprised by the difference in vehicles. But it is what it is.
All right. Anything else? Any questions? Motion to approve this?
I'll move.
I'll second motion to approve the highway department purchasing a 2025 Ford Explorer for $34,766.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Tim Atkinson.
Yeah.
Jim Marlowe.
Okay.
Jim Razor.
Yeah.
Third, I have the engineering services agreement for Skyline and Crenshaw Roundabout. That's a Bateman Farm Workman. They did the preliminary engineering for the work, so they have it all on their electronic geospatial GPS. They have it all there, and we would typically do the construction engineering for a project like this, but we have 4 other projects going concurrently. So we thought it would be good to have Greg and Bacon Farmer on backup for sure for this one. It's going to be quite detailed. Somebody's going to be out there every day testing concrete and laying out. So it'd be big help to have those guys.
Do we have the construction start date?
We do. April 1st is when San Juan is coming in.
So on April 1st, when will our residents see actual construction? When will the road be disrupted? When will that happen?
Late April. That's the tentative, that's the tentative date we have, yes.
Do we have a term for how long this construction is going to take?
It'd be approximately 3 months, but the traffic problems won't be for 3 months. You know, we're gonna close it down approximately 2 months. Once we get it closed down, we can really make some headway fast. It's gonna be slow going at first when we're staging it, when we're under traffic. We're gonna be removing some trees and doing a little dirt work and having some closures here and there, away from start or leave times, or high traffic volume times. But once we get started and we shut it down, we'll make a big show.
Can get started soon enough.
I know, yes, sir, absolutely. Man, every day is just another day of chaos out there. It really
Yeah.
is.
Most of the closures will be while schools are on summer break.
Absolutely, that's what we're shooting.
Maybe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
And there's been some questions about some potholes that are right there by the railroad tracks to the west.
Yes, sir.
We,
Yes.
we'll be able to take care of those at
Yes, sir.
that point too.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We also have a culvert over there that we're going to switch out with our forces, and we're going to do some real pavement patching out there under the closures.
Okay, good. Any other questions, guys? So motion to approve this agreement? Roll call, please.
Tim Atkinson.
Yeah.
Jim Marlowe.
Yeah.
Jim Razor.
Yeah.
George, I don't have anything on this next item. It's official declaration.
Okay.
What's that?
We don't have anything.
I don't have anything for this.
I think it's just declaring it and then you
Okay.
will receive the minutes. That's
Gotcha.
to turn into
So
them.
you'll need to take the minutes so that you can have access to
QuickBooks.
the QuickBooks accounts.
Yes, they will not give me access or to put me as primary without minutes from a board meeting and sign off from the commissioners that I am the official office manager for the highway department.
And because she's taken over from you,
Yes, sir.
Retired.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Good.
And Yvonne and I was on a call with them for an hour and a half, her giving permission and all that, but they still will not
They
do
still need
anything
some-
without some official paperwork. So,
Okay, I make a motion that we declare Robin the office manager for the highway department. Is that what you need, George?
That's perfect.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Tim Atkinson.
Yeah.
Jim Marlowe.
Jay.
Jim Razor.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much.
Anything else for us?
No, sir.
George, I just gonna tell you, people that really appreciated that sign that you put up there, the do not litter sign
Oh,
on
absolutely.
Canopy.
That's a horrible problem.
It is a big problem, and the people that called about it are just extremely happy
Great.
with the location of it, everything.
Gosh.
So I just want to say thank you for helping me help that out just a little bit. Hopefully, it'll deter, help mitigate that issue. Just,
Absolutely.
it's
Thank
kind
you.
of a tough issue.
It really is.
You really have to catch somebody either camp by camp. He had contact Mr. Hampson, our state's attorney, and they are fully able to prosecute the bulls and state. But but you and I both know you have to catch it.
Yes, sir. Especially at night.
But anyway, I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
George?
Thanks, Jim.
Moving on down to old business, it's next on the agenda, animal control. And we're going to meet with the architect via Zoom by 1 o'clock here.
Art Dillon, I talked to him this morning, he's a little bit under the weather. I said, would you be able to meet, he still meet by Zoom? He agreed to that, so. yeah, we do.
So at the end of this meeting, instead of adjourning, we'll recess, reconvene at 1 o'clock to that. Great. Okay. All right, moving down to new business, Mayor Networks update.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, good morning.
Morning. As of right now, there's not a whole lot to update, honestly. We're continuing to work on the sheriff's department with the new server infrastructure and the workstations that are continuing to be deployed. We've got secondary internet services being installed as discussed. And work is ongoing with the judicial offices and circuit clerk for the phones to be reprogrammed and adjustments made for some recent changes. So,
I believe part of the reason we brought you in today as well was something that James had talked to me about. I hope I don't catch you off guard. He called me to talk about the changing of the office software.
Okay,
Uh,
the Office 360.
Right, and I was hoping maybe you can add a little bit of simple detail to that so that the board could understand what is required or what's recommended,
Yes,
so that we can make a decision on how best to move forward.
absolutely. So the first problem comes with Microsoft Exchange. So you guys have your own Exchange servers in-house, hosting your email. Microsoft has been promising, I think, for 3 years now for a new version, which has not been released. So it's soon to be unsupported. And they're essentially forcing people down the cloud. So yeah, the first issue would be email. Then from there, we get into the Microsoft Office. Throughout the county, we're already using Microsoft Office in most departments. Our predecessors had purchased some standalone licenses that are not usable. They were registered to an email account that they can't provide to us. And Microsoft won't allow us access to those. So as those computers die or have to be replaced, we have to update to Microsoft 365. Like the other departments are doing. So
Back to the exchange. Help me
Yes.
understand this. We currently have hardware and software on campus that's processing email. What I believe you're saying is that that's going to be eliminated whether we want it or not.
Correct.
Is there an option to get newer hardware, software to continue that way, or are we pretty much forced to cloud, which I would assume would be a server at your facility?
It would not be actually.
Okay.
It's through Microsoft. So through the system that you guys already use, we would just migrate the email from the current Exchange server to 360 through Microsoft Direct.
No, we'll take a question from other offices. Where do we get the guarantee of security there? We have emails that are very high level of security.
Correct. And it is all maintained still with the same level of security. We would just still manage it. We would still work with you to ensure it's backed up. The mailboxes are still kept private. They still provide all the features that you have now with the litigation hold or FOIA requests. So everything is still in place that you have now. It's just not doing great. And this is the same situation we're running into with other these cases.
We have a timeline on that.
Current timeline, I mean, we're trying to, shift this over the course of the next, trying to do it this year. But, of course, we're also trying to get in front of budgets. So that's where things that have been to where you can start planning for it in the next budget cycle. Rather than just,
If I dig through my emails,
I can make sure you guys have.
will I see a proposal that's already been presented to us, or
You should, yes. And if not, I can make sure.
I'll dig and find it?
Sure. Any other concerns from you?
I don't have anything else, Steve. No? Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, the next thing on new business is the proposals for the mailing machine. Do you guys have an opportunity to look through these proposals? Somebody here for this? Thank you.
Yes.
I won't take up a lot of your time. This looks just like the equipment you've been using. It's what we call second generation. There has been some improvements made on it. And I did a proposal for Ms. Leonard. There was going to be a difference in price of it's going to be about $28 to $30 a month. However, I met with Ms. Barnes this morning and took care of her business. So what I'm going to do is match my pricing for the commissioners, same pricing they've had for the last 10 years. Maintenance and the lease on the equipment. About the only difference in what you've got now in this machine's rated 5 letters a minute faster than the old machine, and it does have the new software for the IBIP certification with the United States Post Office. Basically, when you look at it, you can't tell the difference. It's all internal.
And I'm the other bid here. I'm Bernie Stevens with Southern Business Machines. The actual series you have in front of you, gentlemen, if you see the account package, the account review, it does show the savings are. Shows some of the information. A lot of this is derived from what is called decertification. So it's fancy word being in the support. A lot of it that we're seeing with it is we're trying to upgrade Stephanie's machine in there. We're doing a like-for-like system. We brought in actually a software-based system for reporting software integration and a lot of things. I'm hearing about Exchange, and I live in that part of the world myself. Like the same type of right now. But what we're doing is we're bringing up everything to the existing profile, what she currently uses, how she uses it, anything she needs for it. One thing that we did enhance with our system is that it has what is called carryability, where it can actually save and screenshot as the user needs it. And so everything with letters, large envelopes, those things with it will still process the same. One additive feature is that it's going to make shop for any small boxes, larger thick material, or really now the odd shaped items that do pass through the mail machine. In your account review with it in the second big packet, does kind of show that in the last 12 months, it's the big one right there. And you have to forgive me, it's a little thick. It's usually, I believe, on the third page of the postal activity. What will there is. There you go.
I haven't seen this page, I haven't seen this book, but I don't.
We just updated it. We had some fun little things that we wanted to upgrade with it. But some of the services with it, the postal account budget for the last 12 months, we've been keeping under the $30,000 threshold. We look to improve that as we bring in more services from the USPS. We actually try to tie in to what's called geolocation service and rate shop. So from the initial switching over, the mail machine is a mail machine, stamps, nothing about that's new. What we're trying to do is bring in some of the new things that help you save on some of the oddities that you guys do. And roughly, as it walks in the door with it, it's integrated with a system called Smart. We're cute with our fancy little names and terms of everything, but the Smart system coming right out of the box would save about roughly $200 initially, just on some of the larger and different size items. We hope to improve that by an additional $200 to $500, just because we do see from April to June, that's some of the highest and more productive mail that is done here for the commission. So we did a purchase price. There is a leasing side of it where we do bundle it as well. But we do integrate and bundle everything into maintenance, software, and all the integrational services with it. The last part of it is part of the service history. In the last, since 2018, you've had an overall 16 calls. Most of those, from the moment you call in, if Stephanie has an issue with it, the malfunction or the down operation is 15 minutes to where we can complete it. Turnaround on site or anything else is less than 4 hours. So we integrate a lot of cool technology and a lot of things to help keep things moving. As you see from some of those timelines, sorry that it's so small. It's where, you know, if you call it 3:30, 4 o'clock, there's a lot of times we can integrate into it and load into it and look at it from basically a snapshot. And that's just a fancy word of saying, hey, we've got technicians that we can fix A, B, D, and C. Again, we've had service calls that they call in and they're fixed in 3 minutes. We've had to where we've had a down issue, probably in the beginning. We did take you from your previous vendor where it took roughly about 3 hours. So a lot of it's some cool technology, but again, we're upgrading the mail machine to be compliant with the IMI. And what the words kind of confuse you, it's basically a barcode. The barcode has been upgraded twice through 2 generational paths. So this is all regulated by the United States Postal Service, and we're hoping to keep a system like this in for another life cycle of 8 to 9 years.
Somebody have any questions about this?
I do have a question. Here more towards Stephanie and Amanda. What is the biggest problem that you have with postal machines? You know,
Biggest problem?
yeah, what's the most common problem? That we are experiencing now? Is there something that's?
I mean, sometimes it goes offline, but I mean, that's more like our network, but, yeah, I mean, anytime I've had a problem, I can always call and they walk me right through whatever issue that I am having. There's not really been a whole lot of problems.
Okay, well, I didn't know if there was a specific problem that you see.
No, not really.
Correct.
I think this machine has just reached the end of its life. I think that's probably what it is. Jim, do you have any comments on this?
This is a lot to digest. I guess I would ask that you be allow a little bit of time to get through all this.
Well, and that's what I'm thinking. I did the numbers on these. And there is a difference.
There is.
There is a,
And then we also, my understanding is the machine we're discussing today is in a contract with Southern Business. And then Tri-State is here as well presenting, but Tri-State have all the machines courthouse, split across campus as well. Kind of like to look into that a little more.
I'd like to, like I said, this is the first time I've seen this. And I asked Stephanie the other day, and I haven't had time to follow up with her on about how many letters we're sending and all that. And looks like that's in this information right
Yeah,
now.
the majority of the letters that are being sent, a lot of them come from the courthouse.
They're coming from
So
there.
that doesn't affect our machine. Unless their machine's down, they'll come over here and use ours for the most part. Unless Amanda has a mailing or the assessor's office has a mailing, and then, Ashley.
The question I had was, how many letters does the assessor send out? How long, is this machine going to take longer, quicker? I just don't know about that yet. And I hate to put things off, you know how much I hate to put things off. I really like to investigate
I would like to
this.
have at least a couple more weeks to dig through this. So
Okay.
I felt like I really know what I'm voting on.
Gentlemen, your quotes, are they good until
Yes.
for the next 2 weeks?
Yes, our pricing is under the state of Illinois procurement, so it is contracted. That's what's called Sourcewell. So they're guaranteed for at least, with approval, you can say up to 3 months, 6 months, whatever you need as far as additional time. So
Okay.
that's not a problem.
Well, I want to respect your time, and I greatly appreciate the fact that you guys came here today. I think we just need just a little bit more time to make a decision on this. That's all right with you guys. We'll take about 2 weeks, and within that time, we'll formulate a decision. We'll do business with one of you. I appreciate your time today, gentlemen. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Al.
Does anybody have anything else from this document? Poker Run, Queen of Hearts license. This was sent over to legal. Got to review this. And everything is in order. Are there any other comments, Stephanie, on this?
Nope. I
They've
sent it over
signed
to Brett.
everything. They've got the right insurance and whatever we need.
Yep.
All right, so, you have any questions or comments you want to make about this? Yeah?
No, none at all.
All right, I'm gonna make a motion that we accept this Poker Run Blue Hearts license application for disabled veteran. I guess everything is in order. That is my motion that we accept this. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Tim Matheson.
Okay,
Jim Marlowe.
Yeah.
Jim Mosher.
Yeah.
thank you. All right, now we've come to the point where you guys have the floor. Tom? Now, you're now the commander,
No,
or what is?
I wrote something up for you guys to help go through this transition, because I know you guys know I wear many hats.
You're a busy guy. Yeah.
Good morning, County Commissioners. My name is Tom Harness, the interim president of the Williamson County Veterans Assistance Commission. In accordance with 330 ILCS 45/0.01, we are requesting acknowledgement and formation of this commission to begin the process of receiving funds from the county to assist with veterans and their families living in Williamson County. We are ready and excited to work with you and the county to provide the necessary assistance to veterans with their immediate needs with utilities, home, food, gas, and other items outlined in accordance with the Williamson County VAC bylaws and the 330 ILCS 45-0.01 code. We know the discussion has been brought up and that there will be a learning process for all of us. We, the VAC, want to make very clear that we want to work with the county, the commissioners, and staff to create a timeline that is manageable and works with the sole purpose of providing the best possible resource for our Williamson County veterans. Along with that is the accountability and annual audits required by law and aligned with 330 ILCS 45-0.01. We want to work together to make this happen and provide a model for other VACs throughout the state to learn from. I promise to do my best to keep open communication and accountability a priority with the board. We do have a goal of getting this ready and started by the beginning of the 2026 year. Whatever you can do to work with us on achieving this goal by then or earlier, we like earlier, would greatly appreciate that. Attached, you will find all the VSOs, Veteran Service Organizations in Williamson County, have formally signed and provided representation to participate and be voting members of the Williamson County Veteran Assistance Commission. They are here present, and I would like for them to stand, if you don't mind, those representing our VAC.
Thank you. That's a good group of folks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, gentlemen and lady. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to formally introduce ourselves and begin what I hope is a great partnership and benefit to our Williamson County veterans and their families. If you have any questions, thank you.
Tom, no, I got a call from someone out at the VA a few months ago, and I informed them that this is what needs to happen. We need you guys to form up and become this group. We're ready and willing to work with you. I would say that, well, you guys, do you have anything you'd like to say before we go on to nuts and bolts?
I do know that they'll be incorporated into our county's levy. I don't know how we go about that. I don't know quite the logistics of how we do that. We can talk to the leader about that.
Right.
I don't know if it takes a referendum or what, you know.
As long as it's under the 0.03 threshold, we can put it on there. That would go through the treasurer. There's a timeline.
There's a timeline.
There's a timeline where we have to put this through. And so that's the one thing I just want to make sure that we try to stay up with the timeline and hold each other accountable. Myself, I can't ask you guys to get this moving if I don't live up to the expectations or do what we need to do as a board to meet those dates.
So it didn't require a vote?
No.
Okay. So it was at 0.1?
0.03.
And that's, in one area I saw was 0.2. We'll need to figure that out.
And I put some information together based off of the Illinois State Code to kind of make it a little bit easier to read.
Sure.
Obviously, I want you to look at legal and look at it the full part, but I thought this is what we used internally to be able to explain to our members and to be able to kind of just, lack of better words, dumb it down, just make it look more readable and understandable, because it will take a lot of processing. Also, there is a lot of different variations of this throughout the state. I want to find something that works well for us. I'm completely okay with looking at other commissions. I really want to try to make this something that we have, not a model off of something up north or somewhere that's completely different. I want to make this unique and special to our veterans and their families here. So whatever we can do, we're happy to do it.
Sounds good. I do know that, we have been purchasing some property just across the street there. And the county is responsible for providing office space. I'm sure that equipment. Yes, there is a building over there, I think, that might serve your purpose very well.
We appreciate it. I've heard a little bit about it from each one of you, and I appreciate that. And
If you've got time after the meeting, we can walk over and take a look at it.
that'd be great. Appreciate that.
And there might be a little bit of stuff that you guys probably won't be using that until later in the year.
Yeah.
January. One of the things that I know we're gonna have to we need to work on is gonna be a budget.
Yeah.
A line item budget. So that's gonna take a little bit of coordination from this.
So we've already been working on the budget. We're going to try to work on that internally to approve to then come work with you. I know that lining it up with the treasurer is the thing.
Yeah.
No problem. That's what we're trying to do. So I'm happy to work on that from our end too, but we wanted to have something that we could come to the table with too. And we'll hopefully have that within the next month.
Just realized, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead, you can finish.
I was just gonna say, just understand when you're making your budget, coming new into our levy, it's not always a hard number. Sometimes it's going to be a phone number, depending on people paying the property. Bills go out.
We feel very confident everybody's going to pay their property tax bills in Williamson County.
And it's just,
Yeah.
that's
We do.
great, I guess.
We do. Having been on a city council before, there's a lot, I already understand a lot of the back ends of this. And so that's one nice thing about being able to come into this is that, even though my first interest is the VAC and the veterans and their families, I do understand a little bit where you guys are coming from as far as on the back end of how to do things.
Yeah.
So, hopefully between that, it'll be a good discussion. If it's something that you don't have to reinvent the wheel and say, I do understand. And so we can have that communication better.
And if there are some other agencies too, if your veterans need any other assistance in the meantime, have them check out Crosswalk Agency, so county as well. So I don't know what they provide or what the needs are, but I just want to throw that out there. There's a couple of agencies that also, they don't really.
We appreciate that. That's also what the goals we discussed in the board is not only utilizing local businesses in the county for services that we need for them, whether that's the house or anything, but it is to also, leverage all the resources. If there's something we can't, we should have a nice chain of command or timeline of things that we can help with. But we hope this will help with immediate needs in this region.
Mr. Razor, do you need to add something?
When I joined this board, and started reading statutes, which is something I didn't do before I joined this board. And I came across this, that we were obligated to provide this service. It was one of the very first things I wrote, the big whiteboard in my office, that we need to get this done. That was more than 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
So this is a process. And in my process, in the education process of going along, there also comes that part that we're talking about adding a levy. And this is something I wanted done. I'll back veterans where I can. There are limits to what each one of us can do, depending on what role we're in. But we all need to make sure we're being incredibly responsible. And we're at a point now, especially in Williamson County, where every resident is looking at their tax bill. So I want to work with y'all to make sure we're getting folks help, but that we're doing it responsibly.
100%.
And I know you and I have talked about that. I don't have any concern that that's not going to happen. But wanted to make sure and say it out loud that 100% behind doing this, but let's all make sure, dedicate ourselves to make sure we're doing it right.
100%.
So this board will be a good partner.
Thank you.
in
We
this
appreciate
venture-
that.
in This venture. So we have, I think, beginnings over here in this building, the beginnings of setting you guys up for success, which is always this board's object, is for all of our departments to be successful. Once again, our doors are always open. We always answer phone calls,
Well, you'll be seeing a lot of me.
all of that. Like Commissioner Razor said, this is 2 years. And when the gentleman called me from the VA, and I think it was January, I told him, I said, we're ready, we're waiting, we're ready to go. And so you guys are here now.
We're here and we're, as you can tell, everybody's on board, and I think that's important too. Everybody's represented throughout the county to make sure that, everyone from Crystal Springs to Herring, Carterville, and Marion are all serviced. The best way that we can do that for. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Tom.
And like I said, anybody who'd like to, when we just look at the building, after the meeting, we'll take the key, open up the door, let you take a look at it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else on this? Okay. I have no board appointments or committee or board appointments. That takes us to public comment. If somebody here would like to make a comment? Sure.
Good afternoon. My name is Liam Mogavin. I'm the superintendent for the Franklin County Veterans Assistance Commission, also a member of the Illinois Association of Veterans Assistance Commissions. I just want to let the board know part of what the VAC will be doing is bringing in money for the veterans through federal benefits. Currently, Illinois ranks 48th for getting veteran benefits. We have the 10th highest population of veterans. So there is a large need for competent, well-run VSOs to help bring in funds for the veterans to help them. I would say within a matter of 2 years, your VAC should be having a positive return on investment. Our first year, we had a 28% ROI. This year, going against my budget, I have 23%. Anything else I make, we should be close to 100% at the end of this year. That's in addition to assisting the veterans in financial needs. So I'm glad everybody's on board. I'm happy Williamson County is coming on board. There's only 3 current running VACs south of Effingham. We're St. Clair, Madison, and Franklin County. With Williamson County, Marion County, Bond, and Clinton County, we're growing here so much so that we'll be having a vice president for the Southern Illinois region. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Anybody else? Any other public comment? Going once, going twice. All right, anything miscellaneous? All right. Once again, we're going to recess and reconvene at 1 o'clock to have an animal control discussion with the architect. Does anybody have anything else for this meeting before we close out?
No, motion says we reconvene at 1 o'clock.
Second. Roll call, please.
Tim Matheson.
Okay.
Jim Marlowe.
Yeah.
Jim Razor.
Thank you all. Appreciate you coming in.
Just a second. Yeah. I just want to introduce you to Chris. Hi. You guys are fine. Good. Oh, great.